Hi guys, Dave the Campervan Builder, back here with another update with this Mercedes Mobility Minibus motorhome conversion. So it's been a while since I've been putting out any updates on my channel. That's been due to mainly a combination of all of the local and national lockdowns that have been going on, as well as just me wanting to actually have a little bit of a break, because over the last 3+ years it just seems as though I've just spent pretty much every weekend and every day off converting vans into campervans. So with all of the lockdowns and things like that, I figured I might as well just have a couple of months off, have a bit of a break, feel a bit more energised and revitalised to crack back on with the next upcoming projects. But I thought I'd do a quick update video on this Mercedes Mobility Minibus campervan conversion, because this is now currently listed for sale. I've done almost everything that needs doing to the van. There's a couple of small little finishing touches doing, but because it's currently listed at this time when this video goes live, I might not have another opportunity to get back in and do another roundup to show exactly what's been done, because I've already got interested people who want to come and have a look at it. And that's another reason why I'm doing this video, just to show any interested parties who might want to come and have a look the van in more detail, just so they can see exactly what's been fitted, what it looks like, just to save any wasted trips and things like that as well. So the bus itself, up the very front, as you can see, I've fitted some BMW seats. These are out of a BMW 3 Series convertible. Originally the bus just had the one driver's seat with the seatbelt coming from the pillar. Now obviously there wouldn't be any space to have another seatbelt fitted for the passenger seat, because there's just no mounting places on the left hand side at all. So I've fitted in an additional driver's seat base into the floor, and I've fitted a FASP swivel plate base to that, and then obviously the seat to the swivel plate. So that means that the seat itself can swivel around. It can face into the rear of the vehicle no problem, but it also means that these seats have integrated seat belts in them. So it means that you can have two full seated belts up front without having to have seat belts coming from the side pillars or anything like that. They're nice and secure seats with full official seat belts built in. These are electric seats as well, move forward and backwards, height adjustable, even the headrest is adjustable electrically on them as well. So they're really nice, really comfortable seats. I like them. Now going towards the living area, you can see there I've got a nice sofa bed. This is fully built out, and it has an extension piece that sits into this area if needed, and that will allow anyone up to 6 foot+ to be able to sleep in this area, because there's a couple of additional cushions underneath the board there. Now this board does flip up just by turning the little turnbuckle up to there, with a couple of legs underneath it, and that gives some additional width on the sleeping space, just so you're not going to be rolling out of the sofa bed too easily in the morning. Now under there you can also see I've got the outlet for the diesel heater. I've got a 2 kilowatt diesel heater. I've got the control panel down there on the side of the bus controls as well. And obviously that's got an adjustable flap, so you can adjust exactly where you want the hot air to be blowing out into the living area. Now above the sofa bed and around all of the kitchen area, I've got overhead storage cupboards. These are just on some magnetic little catches, just to stop the doors from sliding open when you're driving around. Same on the kitchen side, again they're just all on magnetic holders, and this is just a good ample storage space for all of your food that you're going to be taking away on any camping trips, things like that. Under the real wood kitchen worktop, again there's more proper kitchen units under here. This is a double unit that also has a 240-volt socket, and I've fitted that socket in there in case anybody might want to take a microwave away with them if they're going to be going to a campsite on hookup. You can just plug a microwave into there, and there's some nice quick easy cooking facilities. Obviously the other side is just storage space as well. There's no shortage of storage space in this conversion. Now in this little cupboard here I've got both the undermounted sink that you can see there, as well as all of the gas fixtures and fittings with all of the manifold and the off valves. And in the final cupboard, this is the electrics cupboard with the Victron Multiplus 800-watt inverter, the Victron 70-amp MPPT solar controller, a Schneider 240-volt hookup box, as well as some plugs and the main cut-offs for the 12-volt systems as well, and the 12-volt fuse board of course as well. Now all of the electronics are going through the Victron CCGX. This is a colour control monitoring system that can show you exactly how much power is being generated from the solar panels, how much wattage is in the batteries, and if the inverter is turned on, it also shows the input and output of the inverter, showing how much power is being drawn through into the 240 volt system. Now next to that I've got a couple of sensors. That is the fresh water tank sensor to show exactly how much water is in the tank. The tank's empty at the moment, so it'll show empty, but obviously if it's a quarter, half or 3/4 full, all these corresponding lights will show exactly how much water is inside it. Beneath that I've also got a gas sender unit, because underneath the vehicle I've got a 20 litre underslung gas refillable tank, and I've got an electronic sender unit, so you just push that button and that takes a couple of seconds just to see how much gas is inside the tank, and that gives you an indication of how much gas is left, just so you know whether it needs filling up or not. As you can see there, I've got over a quarter of the tank still in the gas tank, so that's still plenty of gas to be able to feed the hob, the oven, the fridge, things like that. Yeah, it's getting towards half as well, so yeah, still plenty of gas left in that tank. And again, underneath there I've just got some standard 12 volt USB sockets and the standard 12 volt power socket as well. Now cooking wise, I fitted in a Thetford hybrid hob. Quite hard to get hold of these hobs, they're quite rare, not a lot of shops actually stock these. This offers a 10 amp induction cooking plate, as well as 2 standard gas burners as well. So if you're on a campsite with a 13 amp hookup, you can put your induction hob on, cook away, no problems at all. If you're on a campsite that doesn't offer such a high amperage, or if you're wild camping away from a campsite, you can just rely on your 2 gas burners as well, no problems at all. To keep all of your food fresh and chilled, I've got a Thetford N175 3-way fridge. This runs off 12 volt while the vehicle's running in motion. Then you can either flip it over to gas or 240 volts when you're at your camping site, whether it's at a campsite or whether you're wild camping. If you're at a campsite, plug it into the 240 volt and it'll just tick away. If you're wild camping, you just run it off gas, and again the gas will cool the fridge as well as the actual freezer compartment as well. So what I like about this particular unit, it's got a full dedicated freezer compartment, not just relying on the actual main fridge unit. Now above the fridge and freezer I've also got a SMEV oven. Now because the Thetford M175 has a curved door on the fridge and the freezer, I wanted to try and get a curved glass door on the oven as well. And again, getting the curved door on a campervan oven is extremely hard. They're not cheap, these ovens either. I think this is around about £450 in a couple of the shops that do sell them. But again, that's a nice unit. It's both oven and grill at the same time. But because it's also got the curved front door on it, the curving just matches in with the fridge and the freezer as well. I like how they look. Now behind there I've got a couple of switches. One of them there is just for some lights underneath the units, but the other one is for a fan that runs behind the fridge, so you can turn it on during any hotter summer temperatures, and that will aid the airflow behind the fridge, just to make sure there's going to be plenty of cooling and airflow going on behind. Now for entertainment, I've got 2 12 volt TVs fitted in. I've got a 24-inch Cello TV here, as you can see, that's on a swivel mounting arm, just so you can move it around to get a better angle. And in the bedroom area there is a 22-inch Samsung Smart TV, again on another arm, so you can just adjust the area, so if you're going to be sleeping in the bed you can get a good angle on the TV, and then just pop it away into the resting position once you're done. There's also the undermounted sink in the kitchen area. Just take the lid out, and there's your full stainless steel sink with a basically what can be turned into a chopping board if you want to do it at the same time. And the sink has a fully adjustable mixer shower head on the top as well, and that's both hot and cold water, because underneath the sofa bed under there I have a Truma 10 litre hot water tank, and there's the controls for that. So if you do want hot water in the vehicle, whether that's for a shower or just to wash up with in the sink, turn the hot water heater on, and that gives you nice hot water coming out of the sink as well. Now to go with the running water for the sink, in the bathroom there's also a full shower unit as well. This is a Triton mixer shower, and again this feeds cold directly from the cold water tank and hot water from the Truma hot water heater. The hot water heater is a 10 litre water heater, and 10 litres running through this mixer shower, is enough for around about a 5-minute really hot shower or a 10-minute warm to hot shower, and that's more than enough for when you're camping for a couple of days away, things like that. Obviously that goes straight down to a C200 Thetford shower tray, and there's also a C200 electric flush toilet in there as well. Now for ventilation, the side window just slides straight open, so that gives plenty of ventilation just to vent out any steam that's coming from the shower, and that just slides shut. And this is a reduced height glass shower door that's been fitted as well, and that's been frosted over just to add a little bit of privacy for anyone who's using the bathroom area. You can see all of the ceiling has been fully clad with PVC white cladding with the chrome strips inside. All of the lights inside are 12-volt lights, and they're all fed to dimmer switches. So this dimmer switch feeds the lights for the bathroom. This dimmer switch is for the living area, so if I turn it on, you can see the lights are at full power. I can dim them right down in brightness and right back up again, depending on what time of day it is, how bright you want it inside. As it's fully adjustable just with the touch panel. Just touch where you want on the brightness and it just adjusts it automatically. And you just turn it off when you don't need them on. Same for the bathroom area, there's 2 lights in there as well, with this control unit there just to power them on. With the brightness, again fully adjustable, dim them down or brighten them back up as needed. And that also goes for the bathroom area as well. There's one for the bedroom area. Again, there's just a couple of lights in the bedroom, and they can be dimmed down and brightened back up as needed. So there's plenty of storage, plenty of entertainment facilities, lots of electrics. As I say, I think I've done quite a good job. I'm certainly no professional in regards to, I'm not an electrician, I'm not a carpenter, I'm not a kitchen tiler, none of these things. I'm just a hobbyist who likes to have a go. And going off all of my previous conversions, this is most definitely the highest spec build that I've done to date. Also the most expensive build I've done as well, but I think that does show in the quality of the finish that I've actually managed to get. Now in here, this is a full-size double bed, and as you can see, it's got a proper memory foam mattress. This hasn't been cut down to shape. This is exactly how the mattress came, and you can see it's exactly the same size for in here. If anything, it goes to show that you've got plenty of width to lie down in here, because the mattress isn't even quite fully long enough. So I've just been tucking a couple of pillows down there, and it gives a full 6.5 foot full length to be able to stretch out in the bedroom area. Really nice, really comfortable, and as I say, you're not having to mess around, having to make beds up, put them back down into seating areas, things like that. It's a proper dedicated sleeping area. Now the bed itself is also on ottoman hinges, so the entire bed can lift up just with a push of a button, with a push of a finger, and that gives you full access to all the storage space that's beneath the bed as well. I'll take you around the back and I'll just show you what I mean. So this is through the rear doors of the rear bedroom area, and if you did need easy access under the bed area, because of the hinges that are fitted, you can literally just take one finger, push, and the entire frame lifts up to give full access to the bed area underneath. Now under there I've also got the shower floor water pump with a Fiamma water accumulator as well, and that just makes sure that there's no water pulsing through the system. It just gives a nice solid flow of water. Pull the bed back down and it's back into its sleeping position. So as I say, we're just like a push of a thumb, lifts all the way up, pull it back down, and you've got full access under the bed area. Now, under the bed, this is the extension for the sofa bed, and again that has another little flip up section just to extend it out as well. And behind there is the batteries for the AGM batteries as well, just in a nice little storage area. And to just do a little quick tour of the exterior of the vehicle, as you see, those are the rear back doors with windows, and the windows do have a roller blind that rolls down for privacy as well. Underneath you can see the fresh water and the wastewater tank. As you can see, the fresh water tank is extremely large, but the main thing is it's never caught on a speed bump, and that's the main thing. Now if any prospective buyer did come down, want the vehicle but thought that the tank was too large, I do have a smaller one that could be fitted as well, but this was designed with off-grid living in mind. and that's why I fitted as large a tank as I physically could that still runs level with the axle underneath the bus. That's why it doesn't catch. Now going round, I've actually gave the vehicle a brand new full respray. I've used Raptor bedliner type paint because this paint is extremely hard wearing, almost impossible to scratch, and I've actually taken a key to the paint just to test it, and it didn't even leave a tiny little mark. Now I've used this paint because the entire vehicle is made up of fiberglass panelling, and fiberglass panelling over the years can slowly sometimes crack, chip, spider cracks within it, things like that. And using this type of paint, it's going to just give an additional protective layer to all of the fiberglass panels, just to be sure that there's going to be nothing that's going to be cracking or chipping away over time. Now on the exterior, you can see there, that's the fill point for the underslung gas bottle. That's just got a screw-in adapter, plug in the gas refill, and that fills up your tank. There I've got the 240 volt hookup for your normal electrics as well, and the vents for the three-way fridge there as well. As you can see, the paint itself is a textured paint that's going down as well, as I think it's really nice. I know it's splits opinion, some people don't like it. I personally do, and a lot of my friends do as well. And as I say, it's more there for a protective coating more than anything else. Now going around, the front end on the vehicle actually has the relatively modern Mercedes Sprinter front end. It's not the most recent version, but this particular model is still in use by most local councils up and down the country, just because they've been such a reliable vehicle over the years as well. As you see, everything's been fully painted on it as well, and the good thing about these vehicles is because everything's fiberglass, the only metal panel on the entire vehicle is the bonnet. Everything else is fiberglass, so you've got no chance of anything rusting on these vehicles, which is another reason why I really like converting them. Now, under that access panel there is access for the under-mounted diesel heater. Just take those bolts off and that's easy access into the diesel heater if that was ever needed. There I've got the cover for the Truma 10 litre hot water boiler. That's the exhaust, so obviously that cover needs to be removed if the hot water heater was ever going to be used. And then finally there's the access door for the toilet, for the C200 toilet as well. So as I say, I think it looks quite smart, quite nice and neat on the exterior. The respray is giving it a nice fresh look, nice new lease of life. And then as I say, when you go back inside, I think the conversion is quite nice inside as well. So there we go guys, that is the roundup of this Mercedes Mobility Minibus motorhome conversion that I've been working on for the past 12 months or so now. As I say, this bus is now currently listed for sale. It's mainly listed on Facebook and Gumtree, and as I say, I've already got quite a bit of interest in it as well, and because of that, that's the main reason why I thought I'd best get this quick roundup video done now, just in case somebody comes down and decides to like it that much, they want to buy it and take it away there and then. And as I say, I just might not get another chance to do another roundup video. So there are a couple of small tiny little things remaining I've got left to do. I've got a kickboard to put underneath the kitchen cabinet units, a little bit of sealant around some of the window joins just to be sure that they're nice and neat as well. As I say, there's not really much else left to do. As I say, I've pretty much spent the last 12 months trying to get this conversion all done and to a nice high standard as well, and I think it's come out really nicely. So let me know what you think of the conversion in the comments below. Is this a conversion that you'd like yourself? Is it something that you'd like to try and replicate yourself? Is there something that you don't like in the conversion that you wouldn't have done? As I say, let me know in the comments below. I do read all the comments and I'll reply to most of them as well. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, because although this conversion's now pretty much done, once this sells, I'm going to be moving on to yet another Mercedes Mobility bus. As I say, that one's pretty much stripped down and that's ready to start getting built back up again. So that's going to be coming to my channel once this one is fully completed and onto its next owner. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, consider giving it a good old thumbs up, especially if you've made it all the way through to the end of the video. It'd be almost rude not to, wouldn't it really? If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Have a look through my channel for loads of other videos. As I say, this is the 6th conversion that's now documented on my channel. So there's loads of videos on my channel showing different conversions, job by job, step by step. So have a look through, give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video of my channel. Thanks for watching. Cheers.